Hello everybody and welcome back to Mass Effect 2 Legendary Edition part number 28. Part number 28! That's right, which is crazy because I feel like the game is like just beginning, but then again I know we've actually done quite a lot. We really have. But
the elusive man wishes to speak to you in the debriefing room, Commander.
I knew it! Okay, so we have a lot to do because the elusive man wants to speak to me. But before he does, I have some things that I want to do too, you know? Like, I want to go into my cabin. I want to see, hey, Kaden. And I also want to read this. Okay, so let's take a look. A Drell lay in the ocean dying of Kepral's syndrome. My goodness me. And had a dream. In his dream, the Enkindlers came to him and charted the course of his life. The Drell saw the wakes and eddies and saw that sometimes the Enkindlers swam alongside him, limbs raking the ocean, while the other times he was alone. The Drell saw that the times he was alone were the hardest in his life. He asked the Enkindlers, why was this one abandoned? The Enkindlers answered, their light shining brightly. You were never abandoned. In those difficult times in your life, it was our bodies that bore you through the water. The Drell woke and found his Kepral's syndrome cured. If you follow the light of the Enkindlers, it can happen to you. Where the Enkindlers go, we shall follow. And where the light is the sun, we shall see the stars around them. Send this message to 6 beings of your acquaintance, and your greatest wish shall come true. It's too bad. I wish it was that easy to cure Kepral's syndrome. Corbin. Okay, Corbin. I hope this address still works. I promised to send you intel on the Keepers if I found anything, and this is important. Yes, Corbin! See those scans you took? It turns out Keepers are bioengineered, and based on the comparisons to some of the material from Saren's flagship Sovereign, they were engineered millions of years ago by the same people who made Sovereign. You may not understand how important this is, but it suggests the Citadel wasn't really made by the Protheans. It may have been by something far older, with the Keepers as organic guardians. And what's more, based on my genetic readings, they are supposed to react to some signal or something, about every 50,000 years. You can measure genetic variances. It's a bit like comparing rings on a tree to see the drought years. Whoever did this, well, around the last time the signal went off, would have been around the time the Protheans disappeared, and it's scheduled to go off sometime around now. If any of the old tech still works, we could have some nasty surprises waiting for us. Just thought you'd want to know. Nobody here on the Citadel will listen to me. Well, that's because they're in denial. Shaman Erdnot. Damn it! I hate these things, but you need to hear this. You're part of Grunt's Grant, and you're his leader, so keep him alive. Here I have to stay polite, play the role, but our people are dying. Krogan have always valued survival over tradition. If we're going to survive as people, we need your vat-grown grunt. Okeer was a madman, but he was a madman with a plan, and that's more than most on this ball of rock. So bring him back from your damn mission. My people need him. And if you all get killed, I'll piss on your graves. Wow. Still alive. Detective Ayana. I love it. Greetings, Commander. I'm not completely sure this will get to you, but thanks again for helping me deal with Samara. The Eclipse mercs have gotten real quiet around here, and my superiors have backed off too. No idea if the two are related, but hopefully next time I meet a Justicar, I can give her the respect she deserves. I still can't believe I have worked a case with one of them. You're a lucky human. If I find any more data on her targets, I'll pass it along. Thanks, Detective Ayana. Yeah! Okay, I love the emails. Just gives us a second to kind of just like pause and, you know, just appreciate other characters that are minor but important. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and talk to the crew. That's right, I want to go talk to the crew.
I'm surprised by Thane's spiritual side. His psych profile mentioned little of it. And he carries himself with such cold confidence. I'm not sure if I find him scary or sexy.
A lot of women like bad boys.
That is a dirty stereotype. In my case, it happens to be true, but still. Anyway, what's up?
Is there anything I should know?
Tally seems very distraught after receiving a message. Maybe you could check in on her down in engineering. Samara would like to see you in observation on the crew deck. Anything else, Commander?
That'll be all.
Take care.
Okay, thanks. All right, so let me go and talk to Joker. And also, as I took a totally different crew, I'm gonna ask Joker about the crew.
Commander.
What do you think about the people we're picking up?
Well, about the ones you went out with last, Grunt is not a stabilizing element, Commander. No surprise, Morden acts superior to everyone, like he's got tenure at FU. It's just my opinion, though. There's really no need to go spreading it around.
No worries.
That's it for now.
See you, Commander.
Thanks. Okay, so now I'm gonna go talk to everybody that doesn't have a loyalty mission pending, or that hasn't already told me about their loyalty mission, because I know that most of them are just gonna be like, hey, I need to talk to you and get back to doing what we're, my mission.
Still hard to believe Malin betrayed me, betrayed my work, disgusted by his actions. Proud of his nerve, though. Always thought he lacked backbone. Hope he finds something new, better goal, better purpose, fewer torture tests.
You are awfully right. What about the freezer?
You're really at peace with what happened?
Yes, of course. Can't change what happened. Life continues. Back to mission, back to work. Become like Malin otherwise. Solarian emotional processing faster than other species. Has to be. Short-lived culture can't spend time reminiscing.
So you really don't feel bad at all about what happened on Tuchanka?
Yes, correct. Now at least. Greatly distressed at the time. Stages of grief, loss, anger, rationalization. Dealt with it. Most issues settled on Tuchanka, some on shuttle back to Normandy.
Is this a question?
Malin didn't seem like he processed his emotional response. He was obsessed with the genophage.
True, didn't mean to imply that Solarians were healthier emotionally, can still make wrong choices, bad decisions from grief, anger, guilt. Malin couldn't accept feelings. Made decision, executed. Probably before I left for Omega. Wish I'd seen it. Solarians still feel, just resolve it quickly. Explains lack of marriage, can't sustain courtship emotions. Or perhaps based on reproduction. Unsure.
What about Malin's data on the genophage? His attempts at a cure?
What about it? Have it over there somewhere. Not dealing with it now. Need to focus on collectors. Not important now, regardless. Appreciate you helping me back on Tuchanka. Should get back to work. Wasted enough time already. Lots to do. Talk later?
Okay. Okay. Oh, no, I need to research. We got some shotgun damage upgrades. Sure. Extra shotgun rounds. Sure. And that's good. Okay, armor. Oh, nothing. And prototypes. Krogan. Vitality. Let's go. Heavy. Yeah. Boom. Okay. I like it. It looks good. It looks like we got a lot done, yo. Okay, so let's go down. Okay, you're gonna go down to the crew quarters. And we're gonna start with Miranda. Hey, girl. She might not have any, I don't think she has anything to say to me because she's gonna be like, I'm busy, but.
Commander, what can I do for you?
You have a minute, Miranda?
There's a lot to do, Shepard. Maybe another time.
I'll let you work.
Of course, Commander.
See you later. Okay, and Garrus won't have anything to say to me because he already has a mission pending. Dr. Chakwas doesn't usually either. But Samara does. Hey, girl.
I am glad you came. I must ask for your help. That is not easy for me.
It's all right. Just tell me what you need.
When we met on Ilium, I told you about a very dangerous person I was pursuing. Using the information you obtained, I have located her. She's been going by the name Morinth. I would like to apprehend her before she disappears again.
Didn't you say you'd pick up her trail after our mission?
I know where she is, right now. In a month, she may be gone. This is the best opportunity I've ever had.
Where is she?
Omega, a nightclub called Afterlife, which seems a perfect place for her to hunt.
How important is this?
Killing her has been my focus for 400 years. It is the most important thing in my life, and the reason I became a Justicar.
Tell me about her.
She is an Ardat Yakshi. It is a term from a dead Asari dialect. It means demon of the night winds, but that is mythology. She is simply a very dangerous woman who kills without mercy.
So is an Ardat Yakshi a special kind of murderer?
Morinth suffers a rare genetic disorder. When she mates with you, there is no gentle melding of nervous systems. She overpowers yours, burns it out, hemorrhages your brain. You end up a mindless shell, and soon after, you are dead.
Why isn't this ever mentioned in Asari literature or art?
When we were primitive, there was much fascination with Ardat Yakshi. Some cultures worshipped them as gods of destruction. Now the Asari have a place in the galaxy, and they don't wish this defect to be widely known. As far as I know, only 3 exist today. 2 chose a life of seclusion. The 3rd ran.
Morinth.
She ran, and I am sworn to kill her.
I don't know that I blame her for running.
When she fled, she proved her addiction. She was not taking a great moral stand. She simply wants to keep killing. She is a tragic figure, but not a sympathetic one.
Can't she abstain?
Each encounter gives her strength. The effect is narcotic. The more she does it, the more she needs to do it. She will never stop. She can't.
So you hunt down these Asari just because they're born with a genetic condition?
It manifests with maturity. When one is diagnosed, she is offered the chance to live in seclusion and comfort. If she refuses, it shows her addiction to the ecstasy she gets from killing her mates. There is no redemption for such a person.
They have to choose between prison and death?
It is an addictive condition. Remember how adaptive we are. If Morinth does not want to be cured, she won't be.
This is definitely worthy of your full attention.
She confuses her victims, twists their feelings. They will do anything for her favor.
We need to stop her.
Thank you, Commander. There are no words to express what this means to me. There is one thing more. This creature, this monster. She is my daughter.
You said this is genetic. How many children do you have?
3. And 3 Ardat Yakshi are in existence today. It is as it sounds. Morinth was always the wild one. She was happy and free, but selfish.
I cannot imagine what this is like for you.
I do not want pity, Shepard. I do not accept it. My daughter's condition is my fault, and my redemption lies in killing her. Do not pity me. Simply understand my situation.
How did all this happen?
I spent my youth on the move, adventuring. I killed people, mated with them, or just danced the night away. I learned so much, experienced so much, and then my matron days came. I could finally sit back, bask, and enjoy my family. But in one moment, it was all taken away.
It sounds terrible.
I sat in a med lab while a nearsighted doctor droned at me, and I learned that nothing was as I thought it would be. I gave up all that I possessed. I own nothing, claim nothing. All my knowledge will die with me. Now my purpose is to destroy my own children.
Those moments change you.
And I've hundreds of years left to live with that. I say too much. Forgive me. Help me find my long-lost daughter. And kill her.
We'll go find Morinth.
Oh, it's such a... So sad, really. It's really sad, eh? Oh, so sad. Okay, I'm gonna save again. Oh, so sad. Okay.
Do you need something?
Have a few minutes to talk?
If you wish.
The last time we talked, you started speaking about a past event as if you were watching it.
Drell have perfect memories. We can relive any moment in our lives with perfect clarity. It's difficult to control at times. Some of us disappear into, let's call it solipsism.
What do you mean solipsism?
When a memory feels as real as life, it's as valid as life. Thinking about a moment brings back the smell of cut grass, the warmth of another's hand on yours, the taste of another's tongue in your mouth. Wouldn't you rather lose yourself in such a memory than spend the night alone, staring at walls of metal and plastic?
isn't there a risk that you could lose yourself in bad memories as well?
Of course. Remembering the times I've taken bullets is unpleasant. But I can look at my knee and see it's not shattered. The memories that are hard to escape are those of despair.
You can remember everything that happened in your life?
Nearly. I expect if we remembered the birth trauma, we'd never recover from it.
You can relive every assassination you've ever made?
In perfect detail. Every mistake I made. Every target's last breath.
That sounds difficult. At any moment, you could relive the guilt.
Guilt? No. I've never felt any particular guilt about my contracts. My employers killed them. My body was only the tool they used. If you kill a man with your gun, do you hold the gun responsible?
My gun can't decide right from wrong. You clearly do.
My soul does. But my body is merely flesh. Flesh whose reflexes were honed to kill. Drell minds are different from humans. We see our body as a vessel, and accept that it is not always under our control.
So you don't assume any responsibility for the things you do?
Not every action performed by my body is a result of conscious choices. I take responsibility for those that are. Humans often believe in a soul distinct from the body. A spirit responsible for moral reasoning that lives on after the body's death. Our belief is just a bit more literal.
The last time we talked, you remembered one of your assassinations. Something about sunset-colored eyes?
That time. Laser dot trembles on the skull. Spice on the spring wind. Sunset eyes, defiant in the scope. A bystander noticed my spotting laser and threw herself between me and the target. She couldn't see me, but she stared me down.
Did you take the shot?
Not that day.
It was odd that you just blurted that out. Just another vivid draw memory?
No. She was a vivid person.
I should get back to my duties.
Shepard, I appreciate these chats we have.
You've spent a lot of your life alone, Thane.
Work fulfilled me. Reading. I barely spoke to anyone outside my family. It seems there will be no one to mourn me when I die. You're the only friend I've made in 10 years.
The rest of us lose as much as you do when you hold yourself apart.
I found it difficult to sit in the ship's mess for meals. I'm used to keeping my back against a wall, facing the doors. I'm trying to relax. Find my center.
Oh, Thane. Am I still limping? Totally limping. I have to look that up. I say it all the time, but I still haven't looked it up yet. What's this? Oh, I already.
Don't laugh. I like those books. Romance novels, crime novels, the classics. There's something about the feel of actual paper in your hands, their musty smell. It's relaxing. Keiji used to find books for me while on the job. Some of these are more valuable than the objects he was hired to steal. I was just thinking about you. I have to say, that Jacob?
Mm-mm.
I wonder if he likes Japanese girls with a penchant for kleptomania.
He may. He may. The only one way to find out. You know what I'm saying, girl. You get it, girl.
Bird not grunt. I like it. I have a clan. That makes me... It makes me want to fight, not just able to. And Uvink, I wanted to disembowel him, to tear out his spine like a trophy.
We started this because you were losing control. Now you sound more violent than ever.
Rex said I was normal. Just had this built-up stuff because of being grown in the tank. Now that I know it's not an outside thing, and I have a place as a Krogan, I like it. Our enemies are in trouble, Shepard, and we better not run out of targets.
I'm not planning on living like this forever, Grant.
Talk like that, and it won't be your choice. I'm sure as hell not quitting with a whimper. Just so you're clear where we stand.
Okay. Thanks, bud. Alright, so let's save again. Alright, so I don't have to speak to Jack or Zaid. Oh, they don't have... Oh.
What can we do for you, Commander?
Goodbye. Goodbye.
There we are. Will do, Commander.
They don't have anything to say. But I do have to speak to Tally. Come on, Tally, girl.
Shepard, I'm glad you came by. I may need your help. I just received a message from the migrant fleet. The Admiralty Board has accused me of treason. I'm scared, Shepard.
Nobody who knows you could believe you'd betray your people, Tally.
I don't know. They don't lay charges like this unless the evidence seems absolute. But thanks. I appreciate your faith in me, Shepard.
Is it because you're working with Cerberus?
I'm not working with Cerberus. I'm working with you. And I got leave to serve on the Normandy again. I have no idea what they're accusing me of. You'd think I would remember if I betrayed the fleet.
What happens when a Quarian is accused of treason?
There's a hearing, with members of the Admiralty Board acting as judges. My father is an admiral on the board. He'll have to recuse himself from judgment. I can't even imagine what he's thinking right now. The punishment for treason is exile. If they convict me, I can never go back.
So you have no idea why they're accusing you?
None. The specifics of charges like this are rarely discussed on open channels. I won't know any more until I get to the flotilla.
What happens if you're convicted?
Like I said, exile. The specifics are up to the judges. If it's deemed only a tragic mistake in judgment, the guilty party might receive a small ship and supplies. Not that it really matters. Either way, if I'm convicted, I'll never see the migrant fleet again.
So no prison and no death penalty?
We don't have the spare resources for long-term incarceration. Monitored work detail is more effective. And we don't have enough people to afford executions. An exile can still have children, and those children are welcomed back to the fleet.
How often is someone from the fleet charged with treason?
It's rare. It must be something that affects the entire flotilla, not just one ship. The most recent one was Honora Vanya Vassilani, an engineer who handed over fleet defense schematics to the Batarians. She had good intentions. The Batarians were contracted to upgrade our systems, but they passed the defense schematics to a pirate gang.
Was she convicted?
No. She made a suicide run on the pirate gang. She destroyed them before they could attack the fleet. She was pardoned posthumously. Let's hope I don't have to prove my innocence that way.
So how does the trial work? How soon do we need to get you there?
They'll wait a reasonable period of time for me to come and defend myself. Eventually, if I don't show up, they'll try me in absentia. As for how it works, it's less formal than an Earth trial or something you'd see on the Citadel. We're family. This is just the worst kind of family meeting.
Okay, let's go find the flotilla.
I was going to book passage on another ship. I didn't think there would be time for you to help. Thank you, Shepard. I'll program the Normandy with the flotilla's current location. The admirals will be waiting for us.
I love it! Okay, so just so y'all know, I love Tally's loyalty mission. It's one of my favorites in the game, actually. So if we go to the journal, we have, so we have a lot. But I'm gonna mark them as red. So basically, I'll just tell you my plan. So the next mission that we're gonna do is gonna be one in which the the elusive man tells us what to do. And then we're gonna do Samara's because I feel like that's the most urgent based on the nature of it. Then we'll do Tally's. And then we will do Garrus's and potentially Thane's if he gives it to us, but I'm sure he will. And then we will do Jacob's and Jack's because I just feel like they're not as important. They can wait a little longer. And then we'll finish with Lair of the Shadow Broker and the Arrival, which is epic. And somewhere in there, I'll put this one in and Overlord. Actually, I wonder if I could do that smuggling one now. Let me save the game. You know what, actually? That one is legit so hard that I feel like I need to look up how to do it. I know that there's a way to do it, and I can't remember, so I'll look it up for the next part. But I'm actually gonna end this part here. I know it's ridiculously short, but we're about to go on a main mission, and I think it might be a long one. And so therefore, I don't want to start it 25 minutes in. I'm sorry, but I will see you in the next part when we do this epic mission, and I'm really excited. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next part. Bye for now.